is currently 12:26 p.m. on March 24th, 2021. Whoops. Now that I've gotten showing my ugly face out of the way, let's begin this vlog where I'm listening to weird music. So anyways, some interesting stuff has happened recently. One is that I decided to drop 2 classes, and 2, I lost my job. So I'm gonna drop human resource management and corporate finance. I'm dropping corporate finance because you probably know from my videos that I've fallen way too far behind in that class, and it would just be way too difficult to try to catch up. So, and I'm dropping human resource management because I just hate the way that class is set up. So I just really don't like the way that the professor does that class. I mean, you could just say that maybe the way he does it is fine, but I'm just too lazy to do it his way because it's slightly more work than the average class. Well, it's not just that it's more work, it's that the work itself is not as straightforward, to me at least. So just gonna drop them. I'm going to do a detailed analysis of what I need for my major and determine how many classes I need to take per semester to actually finish in the time frame that I want it to finish in. And then I'm going to, based on that, I'm going to choose how I'm going to take the rest of my classes. I should be fine to finish within the time frame I want to still, even though I'm dropping 2 classes. I think, I mean, I don't know, I don't like that instrument. What was I singing? I have options to take classes at an accelerated pace if I want. I could take 6 or 7 classes in one semester instead of 5. I could take 8-week courses. I don't know if they do 4-week courses in the regular semester. I think they at least do the 8-week ones. They might even do 3-week courses. I can't remember. I have to look. But they have all kinds of different lengths of the courses. There's 4 weeks, 6 weeks, 8 weeks, 10 weeks, and 12 weeks. Which means that I could potentially take 4 classes for 8 weeks and then take another 4 classes for 8 more weeks, which would be very difficult to do, but if I really, really want to finish in a certain time, I can do that. Long story short, it's not that big of a deal that I'm dropping 2 classes. So anyways, the 3 remaining classes are business communication, management accounting, and microeconomics. So I think my goal is to get A's in all 3 classes. The hardest class to do that for is going to be business communication, simply because I'm already down to 85%, and I've been turning almost every discussion post in a day late, and I skipped a discussion post. So my grade is at 85%, and it's going to be a little bit difficult to get that up to an A, I think, but I think it's still possible. I haven't done the math to determine whether it is possible, but I think it still is possible. So anyways, management accounting also is going to be almost as difficult as... Actually, the only reason it's kind of comparable in difficulty is because it's slightly more work. That class is slightly more work because I kind of have to read the textbook and do a bunch of math problems and stuff and all that. So it's slightly more, like the textbook material is a lot longer. There's a lot more material, and you can't just memorize information. You have to be able to do math problems and stuff. So, and then microeconomics has been quite easy, because all the professor does is give us notes to read, and then we have to answer questions pertaining to the notes. By the way, it's 2021. It's not 2017. Now, actually, what is this year? This calendar year? Wow, the sign is still on it. It's 2016 to 2017 calendar. Yeah. Yeah, it's already 12 o'clock today, so I haven't even been able to start my homework yet today, even though it's already 12 o'clock. Oh yeah, and also I did mention that I lost my job. I guess I'll just give a brief explanation of that. I think this is what happened, but basically they're repurposing that store, and for some strange reason they're going to hire a different cleaning service. So that means my cleaning service is no longer required. So I wasn't fired because I did a bad job. And I don't think they technically fired me. They just reduced my hours down to 0. So, and they said that if there's any opportunities that comes up, they'll contact me. But I highly doubt they're going to contact me because, I highly doubt any opportunities are going to come up because I already asked them to give me more work hours like several months ago, and they said they would let me know if something comes up, and nothing ever came up. So it seems unlikely that anything's going to come up for that. So you may as well consider me to have been fired. Not fired, but, no longer working. I'm unemployed now, basically. So am I going to get another job? Well, I really should, because that job actually significantly contributed to my college tuition. I was literally able to pay for my entire tuition all by myself this semester, just because I had enough money from that job to pay for it. But now that the money's not going to be coming anymore, actually, I think I do have enough in my bank account to pay for one more semester. But after that, I'm going to have nothing left. So, so I should probably get another job. But obviously I don't feel like doing that right now. I'd like to take a nice break from working, because technically speaking, I haven't had a vacation in 2 years. That's kind of a misleading way to put it, though, because I only worked 2 days a week. And I skipped a few days sometimes. Well, not skipped, but I would sometimes maybe not go to work one day that I had to go to work, and then I would come in the next day and do it instead. But technically speaking, I haven't had a vacation in 2 years, so this is going to be nice. Like, if I was still employed, I would have to get up tomorrow morning at like 2 o'clock in the morning, which is not very fun. But now that I don't have to do that, I feel much less stressed out. So, but yeah, I think if I get another job, I don't think it's going to be a janitorial job. I think I actually have the ability to get some kind of accounting internship position at this point. So the next job I'll get will actually be more of an office kind of job, which will be, it might end up being better than doing menial labor, but I'm not sure. So, stop rambling. I'm just, at this point, procrastination. I still haven't figured out a way to not procrastinate on homework. Like, why is my brain so incredibly stupid that it cannot possibly be motivated to do homework ever? It just has this aversion to doing homework that's so strong that I'll literally just procrastinate all the way till an hour before the assignment is due to do the homework. For example, right now I have to study for a test that is tomorrow. I think, oh yeah, I haven't really checked the recording. I just dropped out of my management accounting class yesterday. I don't know why. I just didn't really feel like attending the class. I'm not sure if he penalizes people for doing that. Actually, I think I missed the attendance that yesterday because I had to go to my work yesterday to drop off the key, and I didn't leave myself enough time to get back for class. So I came back and I was already 7 minutes late for my class, so I missed attendance for the class. And I actually maybe would have been able to get back on time, but I didn't think that I would even be able to attend the class yesterday because my computer was restarting and updating, and when I left it was only at 22% and it was going extremely slowly, so I didn't think I would even be able to get to my class. And then I get home and my computer's already started, and it's like, oh no, now I don't have an excuse to be late. So I jumped into the Zoom meeting for the class, and the attendance had already been taken, so I don't know if I would have even been, maybe if I'd emailed my professor and be like, oh yeah, I accidentally, well, there isn't really a good excuse for being late because I technically had the ability to get there not late, but I didn't. So yeah, I jumped into the class, and then I just sat there, and then I just did not feel like listening anymore for some reason, so I just left. But long story short, that due to that, I would like to look at the recording for the Zoom meeting just to make sure that there truly is a test on Thursday, like I think there is. And also if he has any information about the test, like if it's open book, I really want it to be open book. If it was open book, then my life would be 10 million times easier. Also known as I would have to study a lot less and learn the information, or not learn the information as well. That's the trade-off with open book tests. But anyways, so we just have our test tomorrow, and then the next assignment that's due is, there's something for business communication. She says we have to write a memo, but I don't even know when it's due because she hasn't posted it in Canvas. Maybe it's going to be due Monday, I'm not sure. Or I don't see why it would be due Friday because she didn't really say it was due Friday, so maybe it's due Monday. But she hasn't posted it, so I don't know. But anyways, and then we also have the discussion post, and I got to finish it on time for once. Like, I have turned every single discussion post in late except for like one. I really just gotta turn it in on time, especially if I want to get an A in the class. So, and yesterday it only took me 38 minutes to do the discussion post. I guess I just figured out a more efficient way to do it or something. And then the next thing that's due is the quiz for business communication, and then the quiz for microeconomics, which are both due on Monday. But at least it's still better that I don't have to worry about the other two classes I dropped. I guess I could shout out to my 2 subscribers on my homework channel. I was at 0 for quite a while. Then I got 1, but then that guy unsubscribed. But then all of a sudden I got 2 subscribers. So thanks for subscribing. I now have 2 subscribers. Anyways. Also, a fun fact is that I don't have to go to bed early anymore because of my job. My job required me to get up early. Technically, I could have gone to bed late for that job, but I decided to choose to go to bed early instead. Go to bed early instead of late. Because if I go to my job, if I went to my job at like 7 or 8 at night and worked until like 12, then came home and went to bed at like 1, I could have technically done that, but I didn't want to, so I wanted to go to bed early and get up early. But now that I don't have that, I don't have to get up early anymore and go to bed early. So what's probably going to happen is now I'm just going to always stay up late. Because what I used to do when I was younger is I would just always stay up late and then sleep in late, which was not very fun, honestly. It's the best, the best sleep schedule, obviously, is just one that conforms to what most people use, which is just like going to bed at like a normal time, getting up at a normal time, like going to bed at like 9 or 10, getting up at like 8 or 7 or something like that. I don't know, but I don't know what a normal sleep schedule is for people, but if you get 8 hours of sleep, you could go to bed at 10 and get up at 6, right? That's 8 hours. So 10 to 6 is probably like most people's sleep schedule. It's kind of like the average sleep schedule for people. But then again, even when I was going to bed early and getting up early, I would always sleep. If I had an opportunity to sleep in, I would sleep in till like 7 o'clock, which is still longer than the normal sleep schedule I just mentioned. Because I would just sleep for like 12 hours instead of 8. Because I just suck at sleeping. Like, I'll just be awake for a lot of the night and take forever to fall asleep. So then whenever I wake up in the morning, I'm just too tired to get up. So I can't actually sleep for 8 hours, otherwise I'll be sleep deprived. Or maybe that's not how it works. The music just stopped. Procrastination is fun. Oh yeah, I think I haven't been keeping too good track of my followers on Twitch, but when I stopped streaming Crash Insanity, I was at 92 and then I went down to 90, but now I've gone back up to 93. So, I mean, I guess streaming homework eventually gets you followers. It just takes way longer. If only I could just stream to Insanity, I would be gaining followers. I would be gaining like a lot more followers. But I don't really care about that, because I know I don't have any chance whatsoever of streaming on Twitch for a living. So like, what's the point? I also don't have a chance of making YouTube videos for a living. I mean, I guess I could figure out something to do on YouTube that would actually get me lots more subscribers, but I don't know. I mean, I'd have to. Well, it's not the thing that I'm worried about that I think would prevent me from doing that is not the fact that I would take effort to learn how to edit videos, but the fact that my personality sucks, so nobody would want to watch my videos for that reason. Anyways, now that my phone battery is low, it is a reason to now not procrastinate. So therefore, I will now So anyways, what I'll do is skim over chapter 6 and read the summary for chapter 6, and then I will let you know when I have finished doing that. And it is now 12:46. It is now 7:22 p.m. So anyways, so I kind of worked on my accounting, studying until about 3 o'clock, and then I was so tired that I just felt like going to bed for some reason. So I just went to bed at 3 o'clock. And then I was sleeping until about 7 o'clock. And unfortunately, I only was able to sleep a little bit because obviously it's kind of hard for me to fall asleep, especially if it's not within my sleep schedule. So I probably only got like 1 or maybe 2 at most hours of sleep within the 4 hours that I was laying in bed there. And then at 7 I went down and ate dinner, and I took my pills, and I don't want to do any homework right now. I mean, I'm pretty tired from having to sleep. I mean, you would think that sleeping would help you gain energy, but actually it makes you lose energy because life is fun. So I'm just gonna go to bed at some point, but what I'm gonna do is try to maybe somehow sleeping was beneficial, but I highly doubt it. But I'm just gonna assume that it was, and then just force myself to only sleep for 8 hours and get up early, because obviously I have to study for the quiz, and I did not finish studying, and I need some time to study in the morning. And this is one really nice thing about not having to go to my job. I wouldn't really have that much time to study if I had to go to my job tomorrow morning. And also I would have to attend a lecture for a class that I dropped too. So I have much more time. So if I go to bed, I mean, latest is going to be 9, but probably earlier, like 8:30 or something, or maybe even 8. But if I go to bed at 9, 8 hours after that is it 5? Yeah, it's 5 o'clock. So I should just get up at 5, right? Maybe 5:30, because I would just set my alarm for 5 and get up at 5:30. But yeah, I could just well, maybe 6, because I just like eating breakfast by myself, honestly. I don't really see anything wrong with just being because I don't know, I don't know if this is something really unusual, but for some reason I feel kind of self-conscious when I'm eating meals. I just feel much more comfortable if I'm by myself. But anyways, maybe I'll just get up at 6, whatever. Fine, I can get a bit of extra sleep. 6 o'clock, get up. And just get right into the studying, like, very shortly after I get up, and then I can study for quite a long time. 6 to 11, that's quite a bit of time to study. I should be able to prepare for the quiz within that amount of time. So, and yeah, he kind of said he was going to be over chapter 5 and 6. I don't know if I really have time to study chapter 5, but I kind of already did before, so maybe I'll be fine. I don't know. Anyways, bye.